Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me make sure it's live. All right, cool. All right, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing an all signs reading for you. This will be about the person that's on your mind currently, how they feel about you, and also their next actions towards you. So we'll be going through Aries to Pisces, and I'm going to jump right in. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, let's see what's going on here. So we're starting off with Aries. So Aries, this is the person that's on your mind. What are their current thoughts about you? And what can you expect to happen next? What's going to be their next actions towards you? Give me some messages, please, for Aries. Okay. Hi, Pisces moon. All right, guys. So let me show you guys Aries. Aries, you have a very positive message coming from your person. We have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this person may feel like there's a good alpha energy coming from both of you. I feel like this person could envision a better life with you. They could have another option here, especially if this is a newer Aries, or maybe this is someone that has already been in your life. But I do feel like they had some other option and they're choosing you out of the two options. They feel like they'll have the better life with you or the better connection. All right. So some of the cards that are coming out, Aries, for your person, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant here. And we also have the Three of Cups. Okay. So I feel like this person's next actions is going to be reaching out to you to see if you guys can reconcile or come together. They want to do something fun and very lighthearted. They want to have a moment of laughter or being playful, bonding with each other. They may want to see you out, like on a date, or maybe even go and get drinks somewhere. With this Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like this person feels like they're ready to take things to the next step or the next level, to the next phase of the connection. So wherever you guys are at now, this person definitely wants more commitment, or they're ready to invest a little bit more into this connection. With the Hierophant, I feel like this person wants marriage or a relationship with you. They feel a very strong spiritual tie to you. They could be wanting to take things to a more traditional level than it was before. If you guys have been very casual, or if things have been kind of unconventional between you two, I definitely see that they want to change. They want something more traditional, something more monogamous. And they could feel like you guys are bonding super well, like you're their best friend. All right, so with the Ace of Pentacles, we have child here. So some of you guys who are dating an Aries, they may be ready for you guys to start a family. If it's not that, this does talk about like new beginnings. So you and this Aries could have wiped this slate clean and find that you guys are making progress in this connection. There's something about how someone became more wise or grounded or more mature. So that also aided in the progress of this connection. Let me see. What's the Ace of Pentacles here? All right. Four of Cups as well. I feel like also in the past, maybe someone was acting as if they didn't want this new beginning. They didn't want to start over. They didn't want to get back together and do things right. Someone was acting very like oblivious to this, or very careless, like very carefree. They weren't putting a lot of attention to this. So I feel like this is your person, Aries. But most recently, they're having a change of heart. Yeah, I think it's that Two of Wands. Like they could have really had another option, and they could have thought about their life with that other option versus with you. And they feel like the life would be better with you. Like you guys could be very concentrated on your goals, or could accomplish a lot together, or it would just be a more solid relationship. I keep getting that with the Two of Wands. Like someone definitely may have thought the grass was greener elsewhere, but now they're having a change of heart. All right, so let's talk about this commitment that this person wants to give to you, Aries, with that Hierophant. How do they feel about that? What's their thoughts around marriage or moving in together or moving into the next phase, whatever that means? All right, we have gift here. So someone's seeing this as a blessing, like a blessing to have met someone like you that they can move forward with. Maybe you would be a blessing in a marriage or, having a family together. So when it comes to moving to that next phase or things becoming more monogamous or traditional, they feel like this is the right thing to do, the best thing to do. This suits their highest good. Hi, guys. All right, let's see. All right, the Devil is here. Someone could have a deeply infatuated energy towards being very committed. They're very obsessed with that thought most recently, Aries. I don't know what you've been doing to this person, but they're very obsessed with the thought of committing to you on a deeper level. Or they could be really obsessed with the thought of like the spiritual connection, how deep the bond goes. Is bringing up a lot of emotions out of them, like emotions of wanting to commit, sexual fantasies even. So with that Devil, that definitely says a lot. All right, so the last card we have here is the Three of Cups. I feel like this is this person's next actions towards you. You could expect this person to want to hang out or for them to come travel towards you to do something fun, do something very like fun, exciting, lighthearted, something that you guys can let your hair down. All right, what is the Three of Cups for their next actions? All right, I do feel like coming towards you or why this person has taken a while maybe to reconcile or to ask you to hang out. They could have suffered some type of misfortune recently. So maybe something broke down, maybe they had to come out of pocket for something. There's some type of obstacle in trying to reconcile or just trying to hang out with you again for your next meeting. Okay, there's also like some a freshness of this connection. I feel like coming towards you with the Fool, this person could be bringing a lot of fresh ideas or inspiration into the connection. So there's a very creative way of thinking of planning your next get together or how you guys will reconcile. They're being very creative and they're also wanting to show you something new about themselves with the Fool. But yes, I feel like the reason you haven't seen this person recently or maybe when you guys do make plans, someone may have to reschedule because of some misfortune. It's like an obstacle that can be dealt with, but it's just like irritating. All right. So good things for your person, Aries. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Okay. There we go. All right, Taurus, hi. So let's see for my Tauruses, the person that's currently on your mind, what are their thoughts about you currently? And also what's going to be their next actions towards you? Taurus, this is for who's currently on your mind, their thoughts of you, and also their next actions. Okay, so Taurus, this person is burdened by thoughts of you. Like they obsess and they think of you maybe in overdrive quite a bit, but they also feel burdened by this. And it could be because they are wanting some type of reconnection with you with the Judgment card, or they could just be wanting a second chance. They may be wanting your forgiveness. They also could feel very called to coming towards you right now, to reaching out, to seeing you again. All right. So it feels very purposeful. Like, I need to do this. I need to get this off my chest. But they also could be in a circumstance where they have a ton of responsibilities, or they have a lot of things going on that makes things super complicated to even get organized, or they could be having a lack of progress with that 10 of wands. There just seems to be a lot of stress that this person is dealing with in their daily routine that makes it kind of impossible, they feel, to reach out or to initiate the second chance. And again, we have the devil here. So I feel like this person obsesses about you quite a bit, like day and night. They think about this a lot. They obsess over the second chance so much, but they may feel very burdened to come towards you. All right, we have the emperor though. So this person could be very responsible for a lot of things. They could be handling the responsibilities of family, business, career, their finances, their personal goals. They have a lot weighing on their chest. But it feels like they are super responsible. It also feels like this person is ready to be accountable for their mistakes that transpired between you two. All right, so let's talk about that judgment card. Mm. Okay. What else can you tell me about this? All right. So, a big reason that this person feels driven or motivated to coming towards you is the fortune card. So, maybe their finances have had a big windfall or upturn recently. They may feel more on stable grounding with their finances, taking some type of gain or increase. And they may feel like financially they are at a place where they're ready to honor this, or um, have some forward movement. So someone's finances are definitely doing better. And that also makes them feel better about their life to come towards you. We have the Six of Swords. So this person is still in a very transitional process in their life. They're not quite at the finish line of whatever this lesson or goal is. So it kind of makes it really hard for them to commit to something right now. Okay. And I do feel like they're acknowledging that with the 10 of wands. Like, they got too much going on to really focus and concentrate on this, but something is really pulling them in from you, your energy. You could be like subconsciously manifesting them. They feel pulled and guided to come towards you, even though they don't feel prepared. What's the 10 of wands? All right, we have scholar here. Okay, so someone could be burdened by maybe trying to train or take classes, or if they're in university right now, that could be on their head, on top of, like, working every day and then just life issues. But I also feel like this person could have, in the situation between you two, whatever happened or transpired, they learned a very hard lesson, especially with the 10 of wands and the scholar being here. Something about this connection taught them something that makes them very wise, but it was a very hard lesson. And they could be very intimidated to come back towards you, or may just not feel like they can face you head on right now. But again, there's something about your energy. You kind of make them very happy, or they feel very comfortable in your energy. It's a very comforting energy. Even if you did teach them this hard lesson, they feel very comforted by you. What else? All right, we have the moon. Yeah, so again, there's something about this person's confidence. Like, they could be a little insecure to come towards you right now, which is, they'll get out of that hopefully, right? But I also feel this very strong emotion of sadness, um, dealing with this connection. They could feel very sad. They could miss you very deeply. There's a deep longing for you here that they try to hide, or maybe they even try to repress as they feel like they're not prepared to come towards you. And lastly, here we have the devil. So again, obsessing a lot about you at this time, could be fantasizing about you, but in a very overly indulgent way. Tell me about the devil. All right, we have the waiting card. So this person is kind of like in a mental prison of just thinking of you, obsessing like thoughts, obsessive thoughts about you. And instead of taking action and acting on that, they're just kind of waiting. They may be waiting for you to give them the green light or say that it's okay for them to come into your space. There's a certain respect level this person has for you or intimidation factor, especially with the devil. Always feel like that's a dominatrix type of vibe, which can be intimidating. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So they're being very patient. They're waiting. They may feel like they need to wait out maybe even this transition that they're going through. Yes, their finances are looking up, but they don't have it all together. And maybe they feel like they need to kind of check themselves at the door before they come to you. So this person's actions right now is just a lot of obsessing over your energy, over you, who you are, okay? And waiting, not really taking action. They also could be trying to get their responsibilities together as well, okay? They want to feel totally confident when they come into your life that they're not dragging you down or burdening you with their own responsibilities, that they at least have their things grounded before coming towards you. They may feel like that's important. They may also feel like, they don't want you to judge them in that way. All right, guys, I feel like I'm losing my voice. I don't even know why. Hi, guys. Anyone who just came in, I had to figure out how to read the comments because I'm streaming from a different service. But thank you, everyone who is in here and just keeping all of us company. I appreciate you. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, this is for you. Hold on. How do I get back to the chat? Okay. I think I can show it. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, Gemini, this one is for you. All right. This is the person that's on your mind. What's their current thoughts about you? And also, what's their next actions towards you? Give me some messages for my gemstones. Talk about the person on their mind. What's their current thoughts? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? I'm seeing that you and this person, Gemini, definitely went through some type of rough patch. And the reason I say that is because we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Wands here. And what I said about choices, like, if you're going through a rough time with your partner, you either are going to fix your problems or you may have the thought of, this is kind of too deep, too hard to fix, so maybe I should move on. So there was that option once upon a time between you and this person, but I'm seeing that you guys chose to work things out and recommit. So that's a beautiful message coming out. I also see that you guys went through a little bit of a rough patch because the Six of Swords is here. And so if your person is the person in transition right now, maybe there could have been some behaviors that were a little bit rough on the connection. Or if this is about you guys as a whole, as a couple relationship, you guys definitely are going through a transition of like the rough patch to the light at the end of the tunnel. What I'm seeing about your person is that they definitely have high regard for you with that Two of Cups. This person feels like you're a soulmate. They feel very bonded to you. They feel like you are them in a different body. You embody their strengths, and help them to work through their weaknesses. They feel very connected to you and they are pursuing you heavily right now. And they feel like it's mutual. They feel mutual respect and admiration and love coming from your end as well. All right. So the Two of Cups is being clarified by journey, which shows that you and this person are on a path forward. You guys are moving past any situations, challenges that you went through. I feel like you understand that it's a journey with this person, that there's going to be ups and downs. They have an understanding for that. You guys are finding new ways to bond with each other and how you guys can work past your issues. All right. Clarifying that is a star. And we also have double confirmation of the star because we have it here as well. So you and this person could be doing a lot of healing to renew the connection. It could feel like there's a fresh approach about this connection, or that a heavy weight has been lifted off of your chest. I also feel like with the star is when you go through a really rough time and almost like a miracle happens. So it's almost like you and this person could look at each other and be like, we are not supposed to be here, but we made it. Okay. The Nine of Wands is here as well. Someone could see your breaking point. They could see when you wanted to give up, but you didn't. You kept your belief or faith in the connection, and that means everything to them. All right, and we're going to talk more about that because we have the star here. So clarify the star. All right, we have the child card coming out. So you guys are having this new start, this really fresh beginning because you guys chose to heal your problems and not run from it. And also keep faith in the connection even when things were bad. This person admires your strength and your resilience with the Queen of Pentacles. All right. They could feel like through your behavior and your actions, you showed that you still want to be with them and that you guys are forgiving each other and moving with grace. Okay. So they really admire that about you. They consider you a wife or a husband. So this person does not want to call you anything other than that. They have a very high regard for you. You are their special person here. We also have the Lovers. So they feel like your choices are aligned with each other, that your thought process are aligned, and your goals. All right. What I see for this person's next actions towards you is the Six of Swords. So they could be committed to showing you that they're cutting out bad influences, bad, like any temptations, distractions. They kind of want to show you that you can trust them and have faith that they are on the same page as you. Oh my God, guys. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Yes, so this person just wants to show you that they're committed to moving forward. They're going to show you through their actions. They're showing you that they're committed to the end. All right. Someone also could be surprising you or shocking you, maybe with their discipline. They're able to make more money. So that's always good. I feel like this person's being more productive or cutting out some type of distractions, bad habits. So someone's money here is increasing, and it's kind of showing evidence that you guys are on the right track. This also makes me feel like this person is going to be very focused on you and also their finances or their career or business. All right. Someone's showing you that they can be faithful, that you can have trust in them, you can have faith in them, that they're working with you in alliance, that you guys are, just moving with integrity. All right. So that's what I have for you. I just feel like this person really wants to defend this connection. Like they want to keep it strong and defend it. Anything that was kind of harming it or doing it injustice, they want to cut that out. All right. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay. All right, Cancer, this one is for you and the person that's on your mind at this time. Let's talk about their thoughts for you right now and also their next actions towards you in this connection. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. Okay, so there's some type of conversation that you and this person had where you kept it so real. You could have been super blunt. You could have been super firm about your decision of something, and you kind of just didn't really lead with a lot of emotion. It could have felt like you were coming from a very logical place, rational, kind of detached maybe from their feelings, and you just told it like it is, how you feel, okay? You kept it a little bit too real, I feel. And so now this person's thoughts of you may feel with the 9 of Pentacles that you could be moving in a very in your own self-interest. Like you're not really thinking too much about how things affect them in a positive way or a negative way. You're kind of just really focused on yourself. You could be really focused on your personal goals or even your finances at this time. There's something here where this person feels kind of cut off, like I don't know, like you guys used to be a team, but now you're kind of separate, okay? And they also feel that way with the high priestess. So they do see you following your intuition, your dreams right now, but they also feel like this is leading you into a space where you could be a little bit withheld or private. All right. Like you kind of also with that high priestess, this talks about like mistress energy. So whoever this person is, they may feel like a mistress to you, like they come second or last. You're not prioritizing them. Maybe they're losing your attention. And last but not least, we have the 5 of Pentacles here. So this person could feel isolated from your life right now. They also could feel left out in the cold. All right, so let's talk about the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like you're super focused on your goals right now and you're finding a lot of progress in your life. So you're just kind of leading with that. But this person could feel very like you're just super individual and there's no more Cancer in whoever this is. All right, what's the 9 of Pentacles? Yeah, okay, so again, there was some type of conversation here with that King of Swords and that Ace of Swords where you were just very blunt about maybe your self-interest right now. Like you could have bluntly told them, I'm only worried about me. Or you could have said, well, I'm just focused on myself. Like you kind of very out there, put it there very firmly. And this person knew that that was the truth. Okay. But they feel like from that, they can tell that you kind of have a single vibe to you or a very individual, like not in a group, you know, you alone kind of energy. So I don't know why that's so important, but I feel like this person is used to you putting them first or before yourself, and now you're not. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, 7 of Cups. They may feel like you have variety now. Like they used to be your favorite thing to hang out with or to deal with, and now you have options elsewhere. These options could be your own personal goals, or this could be other people coming towards you. This could also be like different sections of your life that should stay separate, like your friends and your family. Maybe they feel like they're not your first choice anymore. And they're missing that vibe with the 6 of Cups. So they're missing when you used to make them a priority or maybe give them a little bit more attention. All right, High Priestess again, let's clarify that. All right, Death card is here. There's some type of transformation within you, Cancer, that you went through, which was for your highest good. I feel like you've dealt with some type of shadow aspects, and now you're kind of a new type of Cancer walking around. But from that transformation, from that level up or glow up that you had, this person feels now that you're a little bit more mysterious. You're not as open. You could be a little bit more guarded or reserved with your energy towards them. And they may feel like now they're playing a sideline in your life. I see a lot of you guys are really focused on your finances right now as well, and that could be getting majority of your attention. Anything to kind of up your career or your business or the way that money flows into your life. All right, we have the 10 of Cups. So this person may feel like they just want to love on you right now. They're wanting some support. They're wanting that connection, but they do feel like you're not really giving that in return, or you could be just very reserved, just different from what they're used to. Okay. All right. So this person's actions is the Five of Pentacles. So this is kind of them feeling like a victim, or sitting back and just feeling sorry for themselves, but not actually speaking up or taking action. Let's see why they feel like they're stuck in this limbo of the Five of Pentacles. All right, we have falseness here. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have haughtiness. Okay. So I do feel like this person, because the Five of Pentacles is a victim card and the falseness card came out after that, I feel like there's some type of acknowledgement that this person is not a victim in this case. Okay. I do feel like with the attention that you were giving them and the priority that you were giving them before, maybe they mishandled that or they took it for granted. Now you're kind of focused on your own space, your individualism, your independence. Someone now is feeling sick over this. Okay. Let's see what else this is. Someone is sick to their stomach. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. All right, this person wants you to feel bad for them. Like, look what you're doing to me. But I don't see you feeling that way. And especially with that falseness card, you may feel like this is just a mask that this person is putting on right now of being a victim when they're in actuality, they're not. Or you may feel like they could try harder. If they want more effort or attention, then they should put in a little bit more effort themselves. All right. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. All right. Hi, Leo. So let's see the person that's currently on your mind, their thoughts about you, and also their next actions towards you. Tell me about Leo, the person on Leo's mind. What's their current thoughts of Leo and what's their next actions towards Leo? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups and we also have the Nine of Swords. I feel like this person is super paranoid about what other options could be out there for you. Whether you've already started maybe dating other people or you're just kind of sitting on your hands, you're not really going after anyone. Someone is very fearful of the day that you might, or if another great option came into your life and swooped you up. So they're very fearful of having a missed opportunity with you. All right. This person could feel like you guys coexist pretty well and that you guys make a great team. You guys collaborate well. You get them like no one else quite gets them. And I say that because the Three of Pentacles is here. So they just feel like with you, they've had maybe the most productivity in their life. They feel like you're a great influence. You help them to get organized. You help them to be productive. You are very reliable. You're someone that they can count on. They feel like they work best with you, that you guys are kind of like you're the missing piece to their puzzle. Okay. Let's clarify that. Talking about the Three of Pentacles. Thank you for everybody who's watching. I appreciate you guys, Sorrel. All right, let's see. Three of Pentacles for my Leos. Love. Okay. So this person is definitely in love with you, but they also really love the fact that you kind of help snatch this person up. You help get them whipped into shape and show up as their best selves. All right. So I feel like that's a big part of the love that this person has for you is that they've never been so productive with another person. They never really attacked and tackled a lot of their goals with someone else. They never felt really quite inspired. I feel like that's your leadership that you give. Okay. So let's see what else with that, with the Three of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. Again, it just keeps telling me this is why this person is so in love with you. You help them to align their decisions to their goals or to how to become a better person, you know? I don't know. There's a very deep soulmate type of energy that's coming off of your person and how much they maybe respect you, but also feel gratitude for you is more so the energy. All right. So this person has, since they met you, Leo, I feel like this person has gotten stable in some way. So you help them with stability, like maybe finding a job or moving into a nice home or being able to afford their home, like, you know, making good decisions. And then you've also helped their momentum with that Eight of Wands. So you help them with drive and motivation and allowing for really positive things to come into their life back to back. All right. So that just shows how selfless you can be. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is here as well. I feel like with that Ten of Pentacles, this person sees longevity in this connection, or they want longevity. They want something long term. They want to create some type of legacy with you. They want to build a family. They really want to put all that they have into this connection. They want to make the full investment. So let's see what's going on with that. This is what they're thinking, okay? See, Ten of Pentacles. All right, we have friend here. And again, this is just a ode to like you and this person being lovers and maybe best friends. They feel like you have their best interest. They feel like you've been very kind to them, very reliable. You've been maybe their shoulder to cry on. You've been there to celebrate them during their successes. Okay. So they see you as a true friend, a true confidant. Like if they could not meet someone else who's going to be this close to them. Yeah, Nine of Cups. I feel like you're this person's dream girl or dream guy. Like seriously. With that Nine of Cups, they feel like things turned out way more than they expected from the beginning of the connection. Maybe in the beginning, they didn't expect things to go so far, or they weren't expecting so many positive life changes, but things have been blown, you know, way over what their expectations were. So this person's next actions towards you, Leo, we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like this is someone I was just talking about this card today. I feel like oh, hi Marissa. Hi. I didn't get to email anyone back yet about their personal readings, but I have seen the emails. So when I do get off of live, I'll make sure to email you guys because I love to talk about the readings. Okay. But thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, sorry guys. So Leo, with the Knight of Swords, I was talking about this card today, and I feel like this card, it means a lot of things. I feel like this person wants to rush back in and save this connection. Okay, saving is really big because I feel like maybe there's something you guys could be on the outs right now, or there's some type of problem. So this person wants to come in and save it. You know, they don't want to miss out on this opportunity with you. They feel called to do this. But the Nine of Swords to me always gives like a desperate attempt. So you could see this person as being kind of desperate right now. Like you do have them on your knees in some type of way, because they do not want to miss out on this connection with you. They don't want you to find another option. So let's see what's going on with that. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. All right, we have prison. So someone could be in the doghouse for something that they've done recently, and they could be making a desperate attempt to get out. Or this could be someone who feels like they have self-sabotaged the connection quite a bit, but they do want this. They do want the longevity. Their actions just kind of didn't match up with that. So this is someone trying to come in and save this from maybe you moving on or the breakup or whatever, no contact, whatever it is. All right, we have sorrow here. So there's a lot of remorse and regret for what the role that they played in whatever demise could be happening. But I do see this person coming towards you and trying to save things. All right, so that's what I have for you, Leo. And thank you. We're going to move on to Virgo. And guys, if you're going to be cross watching, just make sure to reverse the message, like as if you were the listener. All right. I forgot to say that earlier. All right. This one is for Virgo. All right. Hi, Virgo. So let's talk about the person that's currently on your mind at this time. What's their current thoughts about you and also their next actions? What's their current thoughts about you, Virgo, and what's their next actions towards you? Tell me about this person that's on Virgo's mind. All right, we have the Five of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Chariot. Sorry, my nose is itchy. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so this person could feel pinned in a corner. They may feel like whatever stance that they had in a fight or an argument, that they're fighting this battle all alone. Like they have no support. Maybe they feel like you get more support, maybe from friends or family or I don't know, people. This person may feel like they don't have support on their stance and they have to fight 10 toes down. To prove their point because no one's going to come and back them up. All right. So there's an extra drive and energy, this fiery energy that this person is having behind whatever you guys been fighting about. This could be why this person may have a hard time laying down their sword or backtracking or just fixing things. And they are thinking about some type of wild argument that you guys had where you could have hit below the belt or said some really mean things to each other. So let's see what's going on with that, with the Five of Swords. All right, we have despair. So ever since you and this person had this big blowout, they've been in despair. They have been in a very low emotional state. This person is not themselves. I feel like this person could usually be in a really good emotional state, like very chipper and happy. But since then, they've been kind of moping around. And I feel like this person can't find anything, no distraction to not think about it. It's weighing heavy on their heart. Okay. All right, we have conversation here. So I feel like this person is ready to talk again and to hash things out. They really are wanting a more calm conversation, not yelling, not arguing, not going blow for blow, but having a calm conversation. Let's see what's going on with this. The Five of Swords for your person. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $4.99 for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Steph. Thank you so much. All right, tell me about the Five of Swords for the person on Virgo's mind. All right, we have Temperance here. Now someone is ready to, someone's in a healthy medium now. They've come off of maybe their high horse from the argument. The rage is kind of like settled and they feel like they're ready to have a conversation, but they also are respecting the patience that may be needed right now for you to also meet them halfway. All right. So they're not trying to rush it. With the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this person could feel like they're going to lead with a lot of compassion or in a genuine way, not trying to undermine each other, being very emotionally mature, okay, about their feelings, even though they're really hurt. So I feel like this person's ready to speak to you. We also have the 10 of Pentacles here. So this person sees longevity with you. They could want to create a family together. They could want to make some very heavy investments towards your shared future. They could feel like they're wanting to leave a legacy behind with you. They're wanting to build some type of empire, maybe. All right. So there's a lot weighing on this working out for this person because they do see you in their 10-year plan, period. And I know that too because we have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Sorry about my voice, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm getting sick. I'm not sure. All right. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles. We have old woman here. So there's something about the past, like what happened in the past between you two, but also this person's past. Maybe even like trauma or what someone would consider a generational curse and what has transpired in their childhood, what has transpired, what they've seen growing up, and not wanting to repeat that. There's some type of lesson here that this person is not wanting to repeat. And it feels generational with that 10 of Pentacles. All right, we have prison here. Like there's maybe this person is seeing themes of self-sabotage. Like they feel like I do tend to self-sabotage a good thing. So there's some type of themes here from the past that someone's picking up on and they're wanting to change that for what's happening between you two. Like not wanting to self-sabotage this connection in their life currently. All right, so 3 of Wands, it just keeps telling me this person's anticipating your call or your text or for you to reach out. All right, with that 3 of Wands, that's a lot of foreshadowing and anticipation, excitability for something to happen. So they're kind of waiting your message here. This person's next actions is the Chariot. And together, I feel like this is you and this person being able to have the free will to get things right and move past this obstacle. Chariot talks about being able to overcome any obstacle that's thrown at you because you kind of have the energy and aura of success. You're very motivated to make things work. You're driven, you put into action, you feel in control of the situation. So they could just want to heal things and move in the right direction before things get out of control. Because if you guys are not able to move past whatever this argument is, it can get deeper. There could be deeper resentment that comes from that. Someone's wanting to cut out the disease right now. Tell me about the Chariot. Someone's wanting it to not get so far gone that you guys can't fix it, okay? What's the Chariot? Sorry, I can't explain good. We have friend here. So, you know, not for nothing or besides everything else, this person feels like deeply you are their friend. You are their soulmate. Yes, you guys are lovers, you're partners, you're a couple or whatever it is, but you're more than that, you're their friend. They want to see you happy. They want to see you thrive. They want you to be happy in this connection. They care about how they treat you. So this is kind of changing this person's perspective to kind of work with you and not against you, but they are waiting for you to reach out. That's what I'm seeing. So they're just kind of waiting on you, you know, with a lot of excitability, with this newfound perspective and mentality of wanting to just, you know, let's fix this now so it doesn't get out of hand and let's get back focused on where we're going. All right, so that's what I have for you. Oh, shoot, I didn't even put... Why did I not do that? All right, that's what I have for you. Sorry, I forgot to put it back on the screen. All right, let's do Libra now. I forgot to put that back on the screen. It's all good. All right, let's do Libra. All right, Libra, this one is for you. So tell me about the person on Libra's mind and what's their current thoughts of Libra, and also what's their next actions towards Libra. What's their thoughts of Libra and what's their next actions towards Libra? You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's see. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. Okay, so they do feel a big alpha energy coming from you, Libra. Like you are calling the shots. Okay, there's some type of situation where you really shown your hand that you're going to get something under control, or that you're going to call the shots here, that you're the leader, you're the alpha. I don't know what that means. Maybe this is towards like something that's threatening the connection. So for example, if you're getting to know someone new and then all of a sudden your ex pops back in your life and they're really trying to gain your attention, this person, this new person could feel like, oh, okay, I trust Libra because I see Libra actively getting that under wraps or handling that situation. So you're kind of surprisingly shocking this person of how you're able to call the shots and fix something that could be very easy for you, but otherwise could have been very difficult for them. Okay, so because of that, they are seeing you as the Queen or the King of Pentacles. So there's a very regal energy about you with this. I feel like this person feels very inspired by you. They're liking your behavior. They're liking your routine. You have a ritual that you do every day. So whether that's like waking up early, or you like to drink tea, or you like your coffee a certain way, they like those things about you. It kind of inspires them. All right. There's something very healthy about your influence around this person. Like you make them feel more self assured, or you make them feel like they need to get their shit together, like be more organized, be more of a boss. And they feel like they're led by your action. Like you actually show up what you say that you're going to do is very admirable. So they're seeing you as a wife or a husband as well. They don't consider you to be like girlfriend, boyfriend. They see you more as like their future. All right, tell me about the Queen of Pentacles for Libra. Yeah, soldier. I'm telling you, I don't know what you did, Libra, but you kind of showed up as like a big alpha, alpha feminine, alpha masculine, and you showed them that you call the shots here, or that you can take control of a situation, that you don't play around, okay? And they love that. They feel like, wow, that's super sexy, or the way that you were able to handle this with such grace, that's beautiful. All right. So someone really likes that about you. Hmm. Someone also could be worried about like movement. So I don't know if you're relocating. I don't know if you live long distance, but someone is concerned about like they want longevity, but they wonder, do you want that too? Or are you kind of like more casual? Because sometimes a soldier could be a little casual, like they're always leaving for deployment. So they're wondering if you're going to stick around as well. Like, do they have what you desire for you to stick around? They think great things about you, but do you think great things about them to stick around? Okay, I feel like someone is worried about that. All right, messenger is here as well. So I feel like this person tells you this often about how they admire you, they respect you, they see you as a wife or a husband, your wifey energy to them. They do this maybe by showing you off, okay, maybe to friends and family, just to show them, like, look, I pulled a good one. All right, let's see. Someone said, yes, we are long distance. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But this person likes to show you off. So if you're at a distance, I see this person sharing your picture a lot, or showing it to people. Maybe not sending it to people, but showing it to people, showing them your social media, being very proud to show you off. All right, tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles energy. All right, Nine of Wands. I also feel like before this person met you, they were going to give up on love. So they've been through the ringer when it comes to love and that whole process, and they felt like it wasn't worth it to put their heart out there. So, however, they met you when you showed up in their life, they felt very grateful, like a lot of gratitude, because you kind of changed their perspective on romance or relationships, connections. All right, Page of Wands. Still to this day, even though I'm pretty sure time has passed since you met this person, still to this day, they have a deep interest in you. You're a very interesting person. Everything that they uncover about you is very exciting. And they feel thrilled to like go on this new adventure with you or take things to the next level. They want to see where this goes. All right. There's a very slow process about how things are progressing between you and this person, Libra, and they could get a little frustrated with having to play the waiting game. All right. So maybe they're waiting on some type of commitment or they're wanting to take things to the next phase. Or even if you guys live at a distance, it can be very long waits till they see you in person. But someone's getting kind of frustrated with that. Let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. All right. But this person leads with maturity. So I don't really see it being an issue, but they could feel a little like they didn't get so lucky when it comes to how slow things are progressing between you two. Whether you just need more time before you invest yourself, or if you guys are at a distance of some sort, they're trying to treat this very maturely and not act out of character because of it. Hi. Hi, Yessie. All right. We have merchant here as well. Someone may feel like the reason that the progress is slow between you two is because you could be shopping around. Like maybe you're not going to make a commitment until you seek out your best option. But of course, with the prison card, this is just negative thinking. That may not be true, but this is how someone feels sometimes. This is what they tell themselves. Okay. So they're ready for the next phase. They're ready for things to progress between you two to move into a more serious direction. They may feel like you're hanging them up for time. All right, Six of Cups as well. Someone loves to be around you, to be in your space. You are very comforting to them. There's a very nostalgic energy of if you guys knew each other your whole lives. So someone really loves being near you. King of Wands as well. Someone respects you as their alpha. Like you call the shots and they just follow. Okay, so you have yourself a submissive. You have yourself a submissive Libra, all right? But someone loves for you to call the shots, and whatever you say goes in this person's mind. Even if things take forever in a day, even if the progress is slow, they trust in your leadership. All right. Their next actions is the Five of Wands. There's some type of petty argument or petty drama that this person could be bringing to your door, maybe to start some shit, maybe to get you to give them more attention or to, I don't know. I feel like this is like an attention seeking behavior. What's the Five of Wands? So the next time this person picks an attitude with you is because they may want to be your center of attention. All right. What's the Five of Wands? All right. We have old woman here. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because I don't know, something with the old woman, this person may feel like undesirable right now. Like you're not desiring them, you're overlooking them, you're so busy. Why haven't they called me? Why haven't they texted me type of behavior? Like no one's ringing their line. All right. And we have gift here as well. So this is like they prioritize you greatly. They hold you to the highest regard. They feel like you're a blessing in their life. If they start with some attitude or some petty drama, it's not to ruin what they have with you. It's more so maybe to get a little bit more attention or to try to move things along, move your next commitment to each other along. All right. So that's what I have for you, Libra. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. That was a funny one. All right, let's see. All right, Scorpio, this one is for you. So for my Scorpios watching, tell me about the person on Scorpio's mind and what are their thoughts, their current thoughts about Scorpio and their next actions. What is this person's current thoughts about Scorpio and what's their next actions towards my Scorpios? Wow, this card keeps coming out for a lot of you guys. All right, let's see. Okay, cool. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this person is ready to move to the next stages of this connection. They would like a deeper commitment from you. They do want to show you more effort into this connection. They could be about to propose an idea of moving things to the next phase. They're anticipating this, okay? So they could be looking for the perfect moment to do this, to propose, to say, let's move in together, to be boyfriend and girlfriend. They're waiting for the perfect timing. It has to be like special. All right. Now this person does feel the Nine of Wands. They also feel the Ten of Pentacles, and this is the card that's been coming out a lot in the same position for a lot of you. And then we have the King of Cups as well. All right, so Nine of Wands, someone here is very stressed out about something. They feel like they're on their last leg when it comes to a situation. All right, what is that about? Let's see. What's the Nine of Wands here? Oh, we have cheerfulness here. That's what's like, is this negative or positive? I don't even know. All right, so someone really wants to speed track this connection because they feel like that would bring a lot of fulfillment. What else is here? Like moving in together would bring them fulfillment, or getting engaged would bring them fulfillment in some way. They find a lot of happiness from strengthening the connection between you two. Let's see what else is here. Yeah. What is this? What's up with your person? All right, we have joyfulness here and cheerfulness. Okay, so I feel like this person, again, they could be on their last leg or tired of waiting for the next steps. Maybe for you guys to move together, get engaged, be in a relationship, be in a commitment. This is what would make them really happy. This is what they're desiring the most, is forward movement with Scorpio. They feel like maybe they've been waiting long enough with you. Okay, maybe things have slowed down, or you could have been in a more casual vibe, but now someone wants the next steps and they feel like, if I don't get it now, then I'm just going to give up. So this is something that would make this person deeply happy. Okay, whatever. I mean, okay, we get it. What is the Nine of Wands? Knight of Cups. I feel like this person is so in love with you, especially in the season. Like, you can show their love, their cup for you runneth over. Like, very desirable. Okay, this person is super attracted to you or desires you greatly, and they really want to be with you, like really bad. They want forward movement. All right, Six of Swords. So maybe this is why they've had to be a little patient, because someone in this connection is going through a transitional period. This could be like moving, or this could be like someone trying to maybe get a better job, something about someone's finances, trying to get back on track. Maybe someone here has been doing a lot towards their personal goals, so cutting out temptations and distractions and bad influences. And someone has had a lot of progress with this, like they're moving in the right track. So they had to have a lot of focus on themselves, like having a lot of attention and concentration towards themselves. And it could have left little room for this connection to move to the next steps. So I see why this person desires it so strongly, but they're also acknowledging that maybe I need to slow my roll. You know, what my desires are with Scorpio does not need to come first before Scorpio feels stable or grounded. So something like that, or maybe this person is going through that transitional vibe. But what I'm seeing here is that this person knows that you are their eternal, all right? That they want to do this for a lifetime. They want longevity in this connection. They want to build towards some type of legacy or foundation, a strong, solid foundation that lasts through generations. They're seeing themselves as investing towards leading this whole life with you. All right, let's see. 10 of Pentacles for this person on Scorpio's mind. We have the size card here. Okay, there's something about money. Money is a big issue in this connection in some way. I almost feel like one of you feels like you need a certain amount of stability and money to be able to move forward and take a connection seriously. And because that is not the case in today's time, it's kind of making someone feel not faithful about the future between you two, or kind of jaded even. All right, very pessimistic, because they feel like they need money to court their lover. And maybe they've had a financial loss, or they're going through a rough time financially. They're not really seeing the end of that anytime soon. Even though that may not be the case, this person could wake up tomorrow and find a solution. But someone here is just too focused on maybe their abundance, their finances, their stability to really be clued in to this situation. We have foe here too. I feel like someone's been moving kind of shisty, okay? Like kind of careless towards the person, lack of attention, lack of focus, because they really are trying to get their financial life in order, which it makes sense. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh my God, Michael. All right, what's the 10 of Pentacles? Strength card. All right, through this process, this person, whoever's kind of jaded towards the connection until they feel like they get their riches, this person is showing a lot of discipline in their life. They're showing a lot of self-control and balance and being disciplined on their routine. They are going to make a lot of progress in their finances because they're showing up and putting in that effort. But they're also showing too, through this change, I feel like this person feels like the changes that they're making is towards their financial future. I feel like the changes that they're making is towards their financial future and the future of this connection. As they're becoming more disciplined and more loyal, it kind of also is a benefit for the connection that you guys have as well. So if that person could only see that they are making changes, not only to feel stable again, but also towards this connection, then they would be more clued in. Yeah, the emperor. Someone's becoming the emperor. Someone's becoming a big boss or the breadwinner here. Someone's finances are definitely going to be restored and very healthy, and they will have better management when this comes in for them. They'll be more responsible so that they are able to keep it, that it has longevity. But this also translates into who they're becoming as a person and how that will benefit the future connection between you two. This person's next actions towards you, I feel like they're going to get so much out of their head and so much of chasing their future to be in the moment and give you some compassion, some nurturement, show you gratitude for being here, being involved in their life, and show you a lot of love. So this person is coming towards you, Scorpio, with a lot of love, a lot of devotion, a lot of admiration, and a very compassionate, nurturing vibe. So you'll be feeling all lovey-dovey with this person pretty soon. Tell me about this King of Cups energy for this person's next actions towards Scorpio. All right, we have servant here, which I think is kind of funny. So this person is going to be of service to you. So I feel like the love language that they'll be showing you very greatly is like acts of service, doing just nice things for you to where you don't really have to lift a finger. This person could be catering to you in a very special way. So maybe you'll see them this weekend and you'll see that they're serving you your breakfast in bed and they're cooking the rest of your food for the day. And if you need your slippers, I'm going to bring them to you. And do you need your hot tea? And oh, do you want me to put on your show? You just relax. So there's something where this person is showing that they are invested in you and they do want this too through their actions by nurturing you, taking care of you. All right, so that's what I see for you, Scorps. You'll see that this person is more in the moment instead of thinking about the future, stressing themselves out about the future, which I think will be good. Hi, Loving Life. How are you? Everybody's here. All right, so let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, this one is for you. So, Saggies, the person that's on your mind currently, what's their thoughts about you? And also, what's their next actions towards you? For the person on Sagittarius's mind, what's their thoughts of Sagittarius at this time? And what's their next actions towards Sag? All right, Sag. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so I feel like this person is trying to get their life in order or in balance. They could be multitasking by doing like multiple responsibilities or having two different investments right now that they're doing pretty well. I feel like this person is adjusting or adapting to some type of change. This change could mean that you're not in their life currently, and there had to be some adjustments made. And I see this person bouncing back nicely or naturally here. This person does come off super detached nowadays, okay? So they may have some repressed emotions about this connection that they just feel they don't bother to feel right now. They just kind of could be working in a very robotic way, like not thinking about how they feel towards you and just putting in the work every day, putting in the effort, staying busy, not trying to be distracted about this connection. All right, so what I see here is the Ten of Swords. I feel like this person has some very harsh feelings towards you when it comes to the ending, like you guys being done and feeling like, well, this can't be fixed. Okay. So there could be some pain that they're going through, feeling like they lost out on this connection and that it's going to be irreversible, that it's really done, like the nail is in the coffin. So someone feels like you're not going to come back or you wouldn't consider them again. They just feel like maybe too much damage has been done. Let's see how they feel about the Ten of Swords. What's their thoughts? All right, we have the Milady card here. The Milady card talks about like a sickness or even like maybe a disease. So this person could feel like your connection caught this disease that you guys could even cut out if you tried. Like too much damage has been done. This person also could have be in a low emotional state or even depressed over the situation. So they're not really seeing the positives or they're not seeing a way out of this circumstance. Yeah, this person's already mourning your connection. They're just feeling like it's a loss. Like it's something that they're not going to be able to take back or to have back in their life. There's no second chances. Maybe they feel very rejected by you. Like you told them that the door is forever closed and they're mourning you. Mm. All right, we have the Ace of Swords here. So they feel like that even if you guys had clarity or had closure, something is still up in the air. Like there's something that's still not finished. They may feel very confused around the ending, even though they may know that the role that they played, they still may not understand your stance or how you express that you're done. They cannot understand that right now. I feel like someone's lacking clarity of some sort. And with the Nine of Wands, they may feel like they can no longer wait on this. Like they've waited so long and maybe had a lot of disappointments in waiting. So this person is ready to give up. That's what it looks like. I do feel like this person wants to fight their corner or wants to make their stance known, maybe even wants to reconcile. But with that Seven of Wands, they feel like you're pushing them away, or they could feel like they don't really have a lot of support in trying to come after you. They could feel like your friends and your family do not really think of them in the best regard, and that no one would support them coming towards you or trying to make things work. So they feel all alone here, and they feel like even if they were to take action or perform, it would go on deaf ears. What's the Seven of Wands? Oh, be careful, loving life. Always driving. All right, let's see. We have surprise here. And we have prison. It's telling me that this person is so like in a negative mindset that they can't even push themselves to try to reach out, to say their piece, whatever they need to do. It looks like this person, with the surprise card, they would be shocked to see how maybe the events could turn in their favor if they just took action. But instead, they're stuck in this mental prison of just self sabotage. So this person hasn't even really put effort, is what I'm seeing, to try to turn things around. They're already just looking at it as if it's doomed without even trying. Yeah, Ace of Cups is what they want. So they want a fresh start in this connection between you two. They desire you. They could be crushing on you super hard right now, but they feel like their mind won't let their body live. Their mind won't let them take the action. They just feel like this is going to go to shit. Excuse my language. There's something so different about this person nowadays too, which kind of sucks that they won't take the action to come towards you, because I'm seeing this person as the Emperor. So they're just way more accountable and responsible nowadays. They are the Strength. So they're also more disciplined, determined, loyal, and faithful. And we have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like they are ready to express and open up about their feelings, their emotions. But instead, all they do is watch you, okay, with that Page of Swords. They don't really take action here. And what I see this person's next actions being is the Four of Pentacles, which is staying withdrawn, holding back, not opening up. Okay. Could be afraid to open up, could fear, the unthinkable happening, which I don't really feel like it's that dramatic, but it is what it is. This person also, as they're in this distance or in this separation, they could be holding you at the highest regard. They could be seeing you as a possession, like you're theirs, but still not taking action to claim you. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Hi, Boho. All right, let's see. All right, we have fortune here. So again, think about like in the bank, you put your most prized possession up and you lock it away. If this person could do that with you, they would, while they get their confidence together, but that's not how life works. And I just see that this person holds you to the highest regard. They really want to start this fresh, but their mind won't let them. Or if they're in that low emotional state, maybe even depressed, they don't feel motivated and driven to taking action. They could have a lot of insecurities about taking action. So I just see this person maybe watching you and holding you to the highest regard, but not taking action. Okay. They feel like it's over. They feel like even if they tried, they would be rejected and sent back on their way. All right, let's move on to Cappy. Okay, 1 second. There we go. All right, Capricorn, this one is for you. All right, Cap. So let's see the person that's on your mind at this time. What's their current thoughts about you and their next actions? What is this person on Capricorn's mind? Thoughts of Cappy and their next actions towards Cappy. All right, we have Temperance. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Knight of Cups. All right, guys. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. All right, so I do feel like this person has been having a lot of thoughts about upping their identity, showing you that they're more confident, showing you that they're resilient, that they bounce back from maybe any obstacles they've been going through. Show you that they're a leader. They want you to look their way. They're like demanding attention, okay, with that Queen of Wands. Ooh, and the Six of Wands. This person could be wanting to demand your attention, not in an aggressive way, but more so like what I do and how I show up, all eyes on me. All right. So they definitely want to steal the light when it comes to your life. They want you to be paying attention to them. So there's something about this person like physically changing things to enhance their looks. Okay. So if they're changing their hair, how they wear their hair or their haircut, if they are going to be in the gym more often, or, maybe this person could be working out, dieting, they could be going to the spa, they could be doing mask all the time. I don't know. They really want to have this certain glow that you don't miss. Okay. All right. So with that Temperance, I do feel like this person wants to show you that they have a balanced life, that they lead a very balanced life. So they're wanting to show you like, I've been very responsible with work and I've been making my money. And then also I have a cool family. So I'm doing things with my family and I hang out with my friends some days, but I never do too much. I'm never partying every weekend. I'm never, over consuming certain environments or situations. They're wanting to show you that they lead a very healthy life. They're wanting to show you that they're very patient as well. So I don't know if this person was starting to feel maybe desperate for your attention, but they want to come off whenever you do pay attention to them that they are very patient. They're not desperate. They're leading a very balanced life. They're a good person. They're wanting you to see those qualities about them. All right, tell me about Temperance. So it's almost like this person wants to come off very cool, calm, and collected. But a lot of the stunts that they're pulling, especially in October, are for you to see, to gain your attention. All right, tell me about Temperance here. Yeah, I'm telling you, we have waiting here. So someone is just waiting for you to pay attention so that they can show you their best qualities. All right, so they're really trying to sell themselves. What else can you tell me? Love. Okay, so I just see that this person loves you or they're falling for you really hard. They desire you greatly, but they're also trying to be patient. They don't want to come off aggressive. They don't want to come off clingy or desperate. Okay, so they're trying to show you their best qualities when you look their way. So there's some stunts in October that this person is pulling to gain your attention. That they seem positive, they don't seem crazy. All right, let's see. Tell me about Temperance. We have the Tower. Okay, so this person wants your jaw to drop when you see them again or when you pay attention to what they've been putting down. They're really putting on this big show for you. We have the King of Pentacles and also Temperance here. They're wanting to show you that they have it all together, that they're grounded in their life and they have positive things happening. Maybe that they've had successes or they're financially stable or that they're looking healthy, they're looking good. All right, so this person wants you to see them in their best light. Now, the Queen of Swords is here. They feel that there's this complete disinterest from you that they get about them. So even when they're trying to pull these stunts, it's almost as if it's not even making a dent in your aura bubble. All right. So this person feels like you are just super disinterested right now. Like, why can't I catch Capricorn's attention? It shouldn't be this hard. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. They may feel like you have a jaded outlook on love, like you're not open to what they're trying to put down, or that you're just a detached individual. So you don't really lead with your emotions. All right, we have wedding here. So this person doesn't think that you like or are interested in the idea of a relationship. They could have brought up something about a relationship or even marriage in a message to you, and you didn't seem too interested. Okay. So this person's been trying to send you signs and synchronicities to show you like you guys are aligned, and you're not really paying attention. They see you as super wise or very mature and grounded. So they do like your detached energy and your aloofness, but they wish that you would just at least give them a little hint whether you're interested or not. What's the Queen of Swords here? We have Temperance again. Okay. So even when you do give this person the cold shoulder, they just come off very sweet, kind, understanding. Even if it does irritate them, they try to show you that they're patient for you to open up, or they're patient to peel back the layers of Capricorn, that they're not trying to be aggressive, that they don't get their feelings hurt easily about this. Even if they do, they're trying to show you like they have understanding about why you are the way you are, or if you're just very reserved, how you may set boundaries and it takes time for you to open up. All right, this person's next actions towards you is the Knight of Cups. So expect this person to call you out for a date or to do something very romantic to win your heart. Let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. I feel like someone has an ankle tattoo or a foot tattoo of some sort. All right. Oop, my alarm is going off for me to, well, I won't tell y'all. All right, we have letter here. So someone's going to send a message of wanting to see you, going to hang out, and it's really a date. Someone wants to take you on a date. So expect that. All right, frivolity is here as well. I feel like this is going to come after someone tried to like, I could imagine this person spending the whole week acting like they're not paying attention to you. They're so aloof, they're detached, they're carefree, very frivolous with the frivolity card being here. But then at the very end of the week, being super excited to ask you on a date. So there's all like an act, and there's some stunts going on for this person to try to get your attention. All right, Cappy, that's what you do to them. All right, so let's move on to Aquarius. I think that's funny. All right. Oops. Guys, we're about to be done in just a sec. So let me know what all signs readings you guys would like to see for the rest of October. I want to start doing more live readings. So I need to have some ideas. So if you have any ideas, you can drop them in the chat or in the comments. It would help me out a lot. All right, let's see. Aquarius, this is for whoever's on your mind at this time. What's their current feelings for you? I'm sorry, what's their current thoughts about you, and also their next actions for Aquarius gang, for Aqua gang. All right, let's see. Tell me about this person that's on Aquarius's mind. What's their thoughts of Aquarius, and what's their next actions? All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Someone is super in their head about commitment and monogamy and how deep this spiritual bond goes for you two. Maybe feeling aligned to you or called to be in this soulmate connection with you. Someone is really in their head about this. They overthink all day, all night about it. Like what this commitment means, or what does commitment mean to both of you, what you guys are investing in this connection, how things are moving into a very traditional sense, and that's becoming the normal between you two. It freaks someone out. Someone's freaked out by this, okay? Yeah, someone's a little freaked out by maybe how serious this connection is getting. All right. Okay, so because this person is so freaked out, they do have that 5 of cups. So I do feel like this person is really stuck into something that happened in the past. It has no basis on what's happening right now. Like right now, they're in their reality. There's a different vibe and a different energy between you and them, but something from their past, whether that happened with the ex or it happened with something else that happened, they're ruminating in those feelings that have no basis to today. So, for example, if this person had an ex and that ex, cheated on them, they're having these harboring these feelings of when they went through that infidelity, and they're kind of like pushing them on you, but something has nothing to do with you. Does that make sense? That's what I feel. All right, tell me about the 5 of Cups. It associates with how that past situation made them feel. If that past situation made them feel small, insignificant, overshadowed, overlooked, um, like the last choice, they're feeling that towards you. They're pushing that into this connection in some way. All right, what's the 5 of Cups? Yeah, okay. We have haughtiness here. So someone could have showed their ass or been popping their excuse my language, but popping their shit towards you um in a way to kind of like shit on their past. I don't understand how this ex is getting connected into your connection. But look, I see that someone probably like popped their shit on you with the fortune card. Someone maybe got a big windfall of money or maybe had a promotion, a raise, maybe dipped into their savings, used credit, I don't know, to kind of like show off. They've been showing off a lot lately. I don't know if this is targeted towards you, but there's something here where they're trying to come off more significant than they feel. They could feel very insignificant. They may have felt like they need to pop their shit, but it's coming off in a weird way towards you. I don't know what that's about. So you could feel like this person's been showing off a lot lately, almost like looking for attention. But what is going on? All right, we also have falseness here. So you're just not seeing this person being themselves. I feel like someone is becoming or trying to be something that they're not. Does that make sense, y'all? And it comes from the past, like some type of rejection or disappointment from their past is why they're popping their shit now, but they're popping it on the wrong person. Okay, do you understand? All right, let's see. Tell me about the 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups, again, something from their past, some type of entanglement from their past is now they could have repressed their emotions when they went through that, and now it's kind of just springing back up on them. It's like any anxieties or fears or limiting beliefs or even paranoia, feeling insignificant. Those feelings are popping back up on this person in today's time, and they've been kind of acting some type of way. They've been acting very in their individualist energy instead of like maybe regarding you and how their choices and their habits right now are affecting the connection. All right. So I do feel like this person realizes that and they could be wanting forgiveness for this. All right. So there's something here with the 7 of Cups as well. Maybe because this person has been doing the most lately, they could feel like you are going to be exploring your other options or that it's warranted if you do because of how they've been playing games or treating you. So they could be wondering who else is reaching out to you. What other options do you have? They could be accusing you of speaking to other options. Um, it feels like this person thinks because of how they've been very careless with you lately that you could be seeking attention elsewhere. So there's a lot of fears with this person. Okay. What else can you tell me? All right, we have Lord here as well. So I feel like this person is trying to take control of the situation before you do look at other options, before you do pick up the phone for that person who's been interested in you, or if you're going out and someone's hitting on you before you respond. So now they're trying to take control of the situation. Now they're trying to show like they're getting their act together. But it is associated to thinking that you have other choices out there. That's what's kind of putting a light up under their butt. Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is making them nervous. Okay. So it makes them really nervous to know who else may be interested in you. Maybe this person is seeing that other people are interested in you and it's making them very nervous. Maybe about their past actions or how they've been treating you. Because someone, also with the Hermit here, someone's just been kind of acting a little funny lately. All right. Their next actions towards you is a big change from what you've been seeing from this person. So we do have the Ten of Pentacles. This person wants to talk about the future. They want to make plans for the future. They want to execute certain plans. If you guys had certain goals and you talked about in October, this is what we're going to do together. And maybe because they've been kind of funny acting, that didn't really transpire. You could see that this person is pulling those plans out and saying, okay, we need to continue tackling this for October. So there's something about your future, your legacy, building a family, building a strong foundation. They're going to start talking about all the things that make sense about the Hierophant, like traditional energy, monogamy, moving to the next phase, building on this connection. How is this person so big and bad and now they're coming back talking about the future? It's funny. All right, waiting. I feel like this is going to happen after they stop waiting to communicate or they stop waiting to take action and they're just going to come through with this energy. This is their plan. So after waiting maybe for you to respond or for you to reach out, and if that doesn't happen, they're going to come towards you and immediately they're going to talk about your future together. All right. There's something very mature about how they're approaching you, or maybe they're being the bigger person and coming towards you first. Yeah, I mean, that's what I have, Aqua. It's kind of funny. Yeah, the Hierophant. They're talking about the future, like maybe they'll come towards you rushing in and they'll bring up marriage or they'll bring up moving in together. They could bring up, the wedding that they want. They start talking about future plans a lot because they realized that they were popping their shit on the wrong person. I just don't really get that. They also need to realize that they need to deal with their emotions from the past because it kind of causes them to act like a fool. All right. So that's what I have. So expect this person to come in with your marriage plans. I'm sorry. It's funny. Okay. Oh, so Cara, your Wi-Fi. We're almost done, so you'll be able to rewind it back. And I'm gonna try to put the timestamps. I'm not gonna try. I am gonna put the timestamps after this. I'll make sure to put them in the thing. She can acting like a toddler. Only want something if someone else has it. Ugh. Ooh. True. I feel like having those other options or the thoughts of you having other options is what's making this person like stop acting arrogant. There's an arrogance about them with the haughtiness card. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with my voice. All right, Pisces, this one is for you, and I hope you guys are doing well. So let's go ahead and talk about the person on your mind at this time and what their thoughts are of you and their next actions towards you. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this person may feel like they're in the doghouse. Excuse me, sorry. This person may feel like they're in the doghouse right now, or that they're cut out of your life, maybe even temporarily. They could also feel like they have made some self sabotage decisions that could have led to you guys being in separation or could have led for you to isolate from them. They are watching you, even though they're coming from this very, like, restricted place, whether they're just failing to take action to fix things, or they could be doing a lot of self sabotagey decisions or choices. They are watching you. There is a curiosity about how you're reacting to all of this, okay? Because I feel like this person with that high priestess, they may feel like you're really good at hiding your emotions right now, or that you are just have a very mysterious vibe. So even if they're hurting you, if they say something to hurt you to try to get a reaction, because you don't react and you have a very stillness about you, they can't even tell like if that even hurt you, or do you care, or do you love them. You just have a very reserved energy. You're very private and you're not really leading on and showing this person your hand. They may feel like you're being strategic, or you just kind of are a little detached, okay? This person also sees you as the hermit, so they may feel like you have blocked them or you cut out communication between you two. They also may feel like you're going through a period of self discovery, so you're kind of changing who you are as a person. They're seeing that maybe your boundaries are changing, or what you like, what you used to like, you may not necessarily like anymore. You may have new passions, new interests. You are kind of changing quite a bit, and you're knowing you're very self aware, like you're learning a lot about yourself with this hermit. Um, you could be not wanting communication right now. You could have totally isolated yourself from this person, or this is how they feel. These are their thoughts. All right, tell me about the hermit. All right, we have the young woman card here. So some of you that I'm speaking to definitely are feminines, or the feminine energy could definitely be the one that's more distant right now. With that wedding card too, you guys could still be in a relationship, very much so, but because there's like lack of communication, or someone is very isolated, it almost feels like you guys are not. So there's still like some type of title between you and this person. You guys have a title here, but it doesn't really feel like you guys are in a relationship because of all of the isolation and not communicating. It feels as if you guys could already be broken up. All right, tell me about the hermit even further for their thoughts about Pisces. All right, the sun. This person wants some exposure out of you. They want to know your inner thoughts right now. They want to know your feelings towards them. Everything that you may just not be letting on with that high priestess that you could be very private about. Someone wants to know that. They want you to be like this open book. They want you to show yourself more, especially if they're spying. With that hermit, it could be hard to get intel on you if you're not posting. Okay. So what the hell? All right, let's see what else is here. I'm dying. All right, let's see what else is here. We have the Page of Cups. Someone could be ready to apologize, or they are feeling very sensitive towards their emotions right now. They're needing some type of clarity. This person feels very loyal to you. So I don't see them doing anything behind your back at this time with that Page of Cups, but they could be way too sensitive to even like take action and, put forth the effort to communicate about these feelings. I feel like this person lacks good communication skills. They see you as the hermit, but I almost feel like this person has self-sabotage any effort towards communicating. So it's kind of, a little awkward. There's a deep interest in you right now, especially because you could be playing hard to get. All right. I do see that with the high priestess and the page of wands. Someone kind of, this lights a fire under them that you're holding back or you're playing hard to get. Thank you, Loving Life. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Thank you, guys. All right. Let's see what else is here. Thank you, Loving Life. Oh, sorry. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups. This person may feel like you are emotionally distancing yourself or detaching. I feel like if you are doing that, Pisces, you could be doing that to protect your peace. Like you don't want to be hung over this every day. You don't want to be in a low emotional state. You don't want to be depressed. So you could be just distancing or cutting off your emotional ties to this person just so that you can keep living every day. But they may be taking it as you're doing this to completely detach and move on from them. All right, let's see. All right, we have foe here. So this person may feel like you guys are being like enemies right now versus friends. They don't feel a very kind, nurturing vibe from you. They don't feel like you are helping them through this process, okay? They feel like you may have left them to fend for themselves and be a big boy or be a big girl. But it just doesn't feel like you guys are on the same page or you guys could be at odds. So it's weird for this person. They don't really know what this means. It's like, does this mean that we're done? Because no one said we were done. So do we just keep waiting for one of us to speak? Okay. So this person could feel a little confused. Let's see what else is here. Thank you, loving wife, for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I can't even see the emojis on here, guys, which sucks. I think I need to do something after this. All right, let's see. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. All right, we have service here. All right, so this is a more masculine energy of putting effort behind something. I do feel like there's a call for whoever the masculine or more alpha energy to take action, to do something. If they see that this is a situation that it feels like you guys are getting more distant, it kind of feels like this masculine should maybe be the bigger person, at least in this situation. All right, Five of Pentacles. This person feels left out in the cold right now. They could want to come home. They could be wanting to come back where it's warm next to you. And the Knight of Wands, they feel kind of at their wit's end. So you could feel at your wit's end with the situation. They feel at their wit's end. They may feel like they don't have much fight left in them to turn things around. All right. So I just see this person kind of avoiding maybe accountability right now, or feeling like it's too hard to face this problem, especially without your input or without you directing them of what you need right now. They may feel very helpless. Now, this person's next actions towards you is the High Priestess. So how you've been kind of playing hard to get, or how you've been super detached maybe, they're going to mimic that energy with the High Priestess, okay? This person's going to try to reserve their energy and not lead too much on, not try to show their emotions, kind of hide their emotions or repress them. They're going to try to act like they care less, or that they are very nonchalant to your energy, even though that's not the truth. All right. So this person's trying to act like they don't care, but they do care very deeply. Yeah, they care very deeply. The Love card. All right. This person could be thinking about you nonstop, but they feel like they need to match your energy of acting very nonchalant or acting like they could care less, even though they do care a lot. So I don't see a big action from this person. It feels like right now you and this person are going to be playing the game against each other. That's what it feels like. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. And that's what I have for all of you guys here. I hope that you guys enjoyed the reading. Definitely leave me some suggestions of some all signs readings that you guys would like to see regularly on this channel. You can leave it in the chat, or you can leave it in the comment section. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm about to get off of here and watch the video back, put the timestamps in the comments, and I'll probably come on here a little bit later. We'll probably maybe I'll do question and answer tonight. So look out for that. But first, let me try to get this together. Yeah. All right, that's what I have. I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like the video before you go, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys have the notification bell on so you don't miss the next live reading that I'll be doing this week. And that's about it. I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll speak to you soon. All right, bye, guys. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I appreciate it. Thank you, Loving Life. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Pisces. Pisces Moon. I'll be back on in probably like 15 minutes. All right. So I'll see you guys then. All right.